Hello, dear friends. Today we will be diving into one of the most essential topic. I'm talking about one of the case laws of advocate on record examination, which is generally held in the month of June. So my today's case law is Kailash Nath Associates versus Delhi Development Authority, that is of 2015. This is a significant decision by the Honorable High Court of India as it deals with the issue of forfeiture of earnest money and the principles governing damages under Section 74 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Firstly, let us go through the background of the case. The facts of the case are that Kailash Nath Associates, the appellant in this case, was the highest bidder for a commercial plot auctioned by the Delhi Development Authority DDA in 1982. As per the auction terms, the appellant deposited 25% of the bid amount as earnest money. However, due to financial difficulties, Kailash Nath Associates could not deposit the remaining amount by the stipulated deadlines, leading to the cancellation of the bid. DDA forfeited the earnest money, prompting the appellant to challenge the forfeiture. So the legal issue in this case was whether DDA was justified in forfeiting the earnest money, and if so, whether the amount forfeited was reasonable under Section 74 of the Indian Contract Act. This was the issue. Now, before going further, let us look into the ingredients of Section 74 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. It deals with the compensation for breach of contract where a penalty is stipulated. If the sum is named in the contract as a penalty or as a liquidated damages, the party complaining of the breach is entitled to receive reasonable compensation not exceeding the amount stipulated therein. Now coming to second part, earnest money. Earnest money is an advance deposit made as a sign of good faith in a contract, typically forfeited in case of breach unless proven to be unreasonable or arbitrary. So the key issues were: was DDA entitled to forfeit earnest money when there was no actual loss suffered? Should the amount forfeited correspond to the loss suffered by the non-breaching party? So this was the issue. What did our Honorable Supreme Court said? It observed, firstly, it went into the nature of earnest money. Honorable Court distinguished between earnest money and security deposits. As far as earnest money is said, it said a payment made to demonstrate the intent to fulfill contract which can be forfeited in case of breach. Then coming to security deposit, a refundable amount held as a guarantee for contract performance which cannot be forfeited arbitrarily. And it further went into the application of Section 74. Even where earnest money is forfeited, the forfeiture must comply with Section 74, which requires the amount to be reasonable and proportional to the actual loss suffered. Now, coming to loss suffered, the court emphasized that a party can only forfeit earnest money or claim damages if it has suffered a loss due to breach of contract. But in this case, DDA resold the plot at a higher price after the appellant's bid was cancelled, indicating that no loss was occurred. Then it applied the formula of our Honorable Supreme Court, applied the formula of proportionality and equity. The court ruled that the forfeiture of the earnest money cannot be a tool for unjust enrichment. It must be proportionate to the loss, if any, suffered by the non-breaching party. So it gave its judgment going through all the laws before it. The Honorable Court held that DDA could not forfeit the earnest money because it did not suffer any loss from the breach. The court directed DDA to refund the forfeited money to Kailash Nath Associates. So this judgment provided clear guidelines on the forfeiture of earnest money, ensuring that it is subject to reasonableness and proportionality. Now, this precedent on damages laid a law. It reinforced the principle that damages must correspond to the actual loss suffered and cannot exceed the stipulated amount. And it further brought in fairness in contract law. The ruling protected parties from arbitrary forfeiture of earnest money, promoting fairness in contractual dealings. So, nutshell, the conclusion of the judgment is Kailash Nath Associates versus Delhi Development Authority case is a cornerstone decision on the forfeiture of earnest money and application of Section 74 of the Indian Contract Act. It underscored the importance of proportionality and actual loss in determining compensation for breach of contract, ensuring a fair balance between contractual term and equitable principle. This was all about for today's video. I will see you again with the next video. Till that, enjoy your day. Have a blessed day. God bless you all.